Okay, can you hear me? Don't know if you can or not. Can you hear me? I don't know if the microphone sound is on or not. Can you hear me? Oh, you hear me. Okay. I'm still trying to do this. I'm very new at this. Um, okay. So if you can hear me, then it's live. I'm assuming everything's good. Do you have good sound? Okay, good. I'm trying to see if I can get it just a little bit closer. There. There. Okay. Well, anyway, so I'm gonna be doing this monarch photograph. I just want the butterfly itself, and I kind of want to basically go off from there and just kind of make my own thing based around it. It's just a little wooden top that my brother had got me for Christmas, and I actually have two of these, and this will be one of them that yeah, you can moderate if you want. You don't have to. I know you got other things going on. Um, basically with your friends and stuff, so it's up to you. Basically I'm just doing artwork and then answering some questions if anybody wants to chat or whatever. First off, I use carbon paper to get the image on the item that I'm going to paint. You need to give me permission to do so. Oh, okay, how do you do that? I'm assuming the three dots. There we go. um Add as moderator. Okay. I'm assuming, oh, okay. Change block words and change. Okay. All right. I think I got you. Yep. It should say you're a moderator now, Duke. Yeah, look at you with all the fancy wrench, just like me. Woohoo, lucky you. Hmm. Anyway, I'm going to Duke, how do you see how many people are in your live chat? How does that work? I'm just trying to see. Um, I'm assuming it's the little icon above that says 5. Is that correct? Okay. Okay. Perfect. All right. Anyway, I wanted to talk about this because everybody was always wondering, well, how do you get the image that you want on your artwork in your artwork? And I try to make sure to pick items that are not done by a previous artist. I usually try to, especially like insects or animals, and I try to usually just take the image of the animal or insect itself, and then I kind of free ball everything else. But one thing I really like is, like it stated, carbon paper. Carbon paper gives you the opportunity to be able to imprint what you're doing onto the item itself. Where you get that, oof, I don't know. I usually around here it's like Hobby Lobby, or you can order it online. I usually try to use a pen because pens imprint a little better. And basically, I just want the outline of what I'm going to paint, and then the rest I just kind of freehand. Um, I am going to be doing kind of this flower a little bit, but I'm not quite sure how I want to do it yet. If I want to do it in a different color and change the way it looks, other people. So, but, but So anyway, Duke, I heard that JR was streaming as well. Someday I want to try to do a live stream with my Power Wash simulator, but I have not figured out how to quite get the screens right for that yet. And I keep trying to talk Duke in here into doing that with me because he does Power Wash. And my basic, how do I put this, blackmail is to do, um, what do you call it? Back to the Future, which I bought on Steam. They have a Power Wash simulator with Back to the Future, and I know Duke is very, very fond of Back to the Future. So yeah, Duke, my camera has been acting up just a little, and hopefully it don't. I thought maybe it was the one cord and I disconnected that because I'm close to the computer, so I don't need it that long. But I'm thinking sometime I'm gonna have to get a better live stream camera. I don't know if this one's just older. You gave it to me, so. But if you hear that little bit of static in the background, I have a heater in my room that goes on and off occasionally. So don't take it to heart if it gets a little muffly. Hopefully, my heater isn't interfering too much with my microphone. I think this will be probably my eighth, ninth time I've done monarchs. I do it quite a bit because a lot of people like them because of what they symbolize for, which is new beginnings or basically healing. So I like to once in a while do a monarch piece, and usually the locals, I'll either donate it to someone who I think needs it and cheer them up, or sometimes I let people uh, make a donation, just locals only. I don't do that live. And I'll put that money towards pins or drawings or paints for my American Legion. So we're here to watch your hands more than listening, right? I think so. Why am I? You not hear me? Is it like fuzzy? Waiting for Duke to respond. Can you hear me, Duke? Oh, sound is good. Okay. Boy, there is quite a delay. Let me tell you, it's more like a 10-second delay than a 5-second. Well, it said 60-second delay, I think, when I read the thing. And I was like, ugh. Yeah, Duke, sometime maybe I'll have you help me to get a new camera at some point that hooks up a little better and a little more clearer. So, well, and if anybody else has any other questions, you're welcome to ask. Just be respectful of everybody else and be respectful of me. So, but questions are welcomed. Delay of 20 to 30 seconds, yeah. Um, like I said, I think I'm gonna add a bit of this flower. I'd like to have a start of it, but I think I'm gonna make it the kind of a more of a um I change things up a lot. I kind of like the idea of like petals more than the clumps that it's on. It looks kind of sloppy now, but when I paint it, it'll look a lot better, I promise. think I'm just going to make this top a bunch of clumps. That will make that a lot easier. Like I said, it looks kind of sloppy now, but as I go along, it'll improve. Okay, so I think I got the basic outline that I want. Oh yeah, okay. So we're gonna pull that right off, and then the rest will be more of freehand than anything. Yeah, carbon paper, really great stuff. Now I want to get a pencil because I want to be able to draw the rest on. I can find a pencil. There we go. Okay, now I'd like to maybe add some leaves. Let's add one here. I'll let this come down. And I'm kind of liking it real simple. Like, I think I'm just going to go with a real simple look. Although I wish I would like to maybe sneak a little one in here and or maybe I will go like this. Add another leaf in here and then have another one come up in here with some of these clumps. Yeah, I kind of like that. I like that a lot better. As you could tell, I kind of wing everything. And if I don't like something, pencil erases. Although I will let you know, carbon paper does not erase so easy. And I will show you, it does not erase. So that's kind of why, like, when I want something that I don't know if I want there or not, I will freehand the rest to make it, a little easier or more better. I kind of want to add, a little spigot of a one here. So I think I'm going to do that. There. I like it. Now we got to add some. That's what sandpaper's for. No, Duke, we're not sanding. This is staying that part. I need some white and I need some blue. I usually use latex enamel. Latex enamel. I don't care for acrylics much. And the reason I use latex enamel, oops, that one's not coming off real good, is because, oh, you little stinker, is because, 1 second, I got to get rid of the top here. Hence the reason I always keep a rag nearby. When you polyurethane something after, it tends to be easier to deal with. So I shake this up some more. Shake, shake. Okay. Put that there. I should grab a piece of paper to put that on, because if I get this on my desk, I will regret it. And then I will have to work to get it off, which is not fun, which I've done, but there. Okay. Now, time to pick out what I want for a sketch brush. Knows nothing about art for moderator. Yeah. I love that you're using me. Knows nothing about art. Well, no, take that back, Duke. You do know some art, I remember you doing some art in high school. Now, I need to get another thing I do is I keep dish soap here, and I'll set that next to my stuff. And then I keep a damp rag for wiping my brushes. So I'm going to wet my brush a little bit here because I want it to spackle with the, I need a sketcher brush. It sounds stupid. I don't really know what you call, I always call it a sketcher brush because that's what I use it for. scratching it in basically. But first I got to get around all this stuff first before I even begin. So I'm hoping I'm going to lightly go around stuff first. And if you notice I'm not getting in between the flower right now, I will use a smaller brush for that. I just kind of want to get this started first. And basically this is going to be sketched in a little bit here. Usually I can usually get a painting like this done in about 1 or 2 hours. It don't take me too long. Unless I screw up, then I gotta refix. Um, so yeah. That's like I said, Duke, if it gets too boring, you're welcome to run away and go play with your friends. I know you're not much into artwork, so it just gives me something to do while I'm here at home, so not gonna put a nice big hornet or bumblebee in there. Really? You know how I feel about them. Leave it to Duke to bring up my one of my fears that I still have not really overcome. Oh, well, of course, I've overcome it a little bit. I don't disassociate when they fly in my face as much anymore. Well, how do I put this? Usually, I'm okay if they don't get in my face, but if they sting me or get in my face, I guess I kind of do disassociate somewhat, I guess. It's a lot better than what it was, but there's just certain things that I can't seem to get past, and hornets and bees are one of them. And you can thank her sister for that, Duke, as you know. um, yeah. So, do, 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 do. Not as lively as your streams, huh, Duke? Gives me something to do though, while the hubby is away. My daughter was nice enough to make me some grilled chicken and pierogies, which are not bad, but let me tell you, they make me belch a little. I'm going to be sketching that in after a while. Can't believe you brought up hornets, especially in the winter, Duke. Rude. I just want to keep my circle somewhat straight here because I want to sketch this in and kind of use I'll probably use some sandpaper maybe, and I have some on me if I need to make it fade in and out on the edges a little better. Eh, I'm not worried. That's why I wanted to do it this way because I can do my work and I don't have to look at a camera and my hands are doing all the work, so it works out pretty good. Well, I think there was a couple people on the other one when I first started it, but I had to restart it cuz somehow I lost it. I'm not very good with stuff, I'll tell you that. So, yeah. I'm surprised, Duke, you don't get back into painting. Duke, if you're bored, I know how you love that word. If you're bored, you should come over and come get Dad's little truck that's supposed to be painted, that little model, and get working on that. Hmm. I think that'd be a nice little project for you right now. Never bored. There's that angry face. There he is. Duke doesn't like the word bored. I don't know why, but he don't. I don't know. I mean, you talk about that nothing box all the time, so I mean, you know, it's the same thing, isn't it? The nothing box and being bored. Hmm. Most of the time, um, believe it or not, when I first started getting back into painting, and that was way back, I don't know, 2009, 2010, I didn't want to. I was so depressed and so out of it and so dissociative and just I'd have like switch moods instantly. I didn't have ways to ground myself. I would just stare off, I'd haze out, and I started my first therapist is like, "You need to find something to do to stay grounded." So she started me off with reading. Reading helped a lot. So I actually used reading as a method to get off of sleep medication because I was having night terrors. So a lot of times, um, nothing is not bored, Duke says. um, anyway, so I would use painting and reading to help ground myself, and I found that instead of taking medication at night to fight my night terrors and my flashbacks, that reading helped with that. And it helped a lot with that because it would help me to sleep better. So I started using, and I got so obsessed with it that I would actually read like a book a week at one point. I've slowed down quite a bit now because I've had a lot of years and years of therapy that have helped me to stay grounded a lot better. So, I don't need to do that as much. And lately, because of the amount of work that I have, and then rebuilding, building this home and settling in and, take care of my children and whatnot, I haven't had too many issues with flashbacks as much. I still have them. I hate the night terrors, basically what they are. And, but I know now that they're just memories and I can deal with that. And I need to learn to deal with that. Some of them can wake me up pretty good and I'll end up on the floor or end up where I don't want to end up. um, but most of the percent of the time, it's a lot better. My therapy and my therapist, who specializes in this disorder, does amazing work. So, and painting and drawing is one of the things that she found out that I'm really good at and I like doing. And it may look sloppy right now, but as time goes on, it'll get better and better. So, this is basically the background. So, if I screw up, that's okay because it's just going to get brought in a 3D effect eventually here. Mm, Fred says, got to keep, or Duke says, his nickname is Fred, got to keep the brain busy. Ma has her crossword puzzles. I have FS20 Farm Simulator 25, and you have your artwork. Yeah. Well, I have more than my artwork. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'll put it this way, if I'm not cleaning, then I'm painting. If I'm not painting, then I'm reading. If I'm not reading, then I'm researching. I am always, always busy. And I ran out of paint, so now I gotta shake my thing again. I like using the lids because they're a lot lighter, so it's my thing. All right, let's get this filled in so it's not so light. I'm not a little disappointed in this wood, Duke. You almost got to put like a second layer on, which is fine, but kind of annoying. Maybe I should have sanded it prior. It does have a little bit of a gloss to it, but I don't think it'll affect it too much. A lot of times I gotta mix my own colors too, which kind of is annoying, but the thing is, and if anybody has information after they watch this, um, on how to get Velspar small half pints again, please let me know because I don't know why Velspar stopped making them, but those were my favorite paints. And don't get me wrong, right now I'm using Rust-Oleum, which is fine, but it's not as nice as I'd like it to be. So it kind of upsets me because it's a thinner paint and it doesn't go on as nice as I'd like it to. So, and if I don't finish this and I end up quitting prior to that, I'm sure I can make a video out of it or something. Duke says oil or enamel. It's enamel. The varnish on this, I mean, it's not a varnish. I think they put some kind of light. It's a little bit shiny-ish, not much. I mean, the paint is sticking, but it's just that it's leaving like splotches, and I don't like that, so I have to fill in a little bit. All right, let's clean this brush. Now I'm gonna do my Sketcher brush thing, which is my favorite. Okay, so I gotta wet this a little bit. I don't know if you can see me wetting that or not. I'll move this just a little. There. I like to wet my brush just a bit and dab it. And this is the fun part. This is called sketching because I want it to blend in with the, which takes a little time. And I might even use some sandpaper to get it even more sketched in. Did you sand that at all? No, I didn't. It didn't feel like it really needed it. So I think it'll be fine. I've done this before with this, and a little bit of glossy wood isn't too bad. It's going on fairly nice. It's just sometimes the paint is thinner than what I want it to be, and that ticks me off. And Rust-Oleum is a nightmare, especially with red. Rust-Oleum's red color, oh, I've had to put like 2 or 3 coats on sometimes. I wanna extend this out just a bit more. I've actually never done artwork with Alive before, so this is new for me. But it's actually quite calming. I can see why Ivy does it. All right, we're gonna let that dry a little, and then I think I might sand the edges just a bit. Clean that off some. And I need more blue. So I need to get in these tiny little cracks yet. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I'm checking something here. Okay. Now, let's get the tinier stuff done here. Get my brush a little wet. Time to get in the smaller stuff. This might take a little more detail. I am so looking forward to getting to the monarch. I dread kind of doing the backgrounds at first because they're so boring. And then once I get done with all the blue here, I think I want to add some clouds in here. So that'll be fun with the sketcher brush again. Well, I wonder, Duke, who's gonna end up with this one, if it's gonna end up going to charity for the Legion. Probably not, because they like more patriotic stuff. But let's see here. I got a little bit of a boo-boo here. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get around this. Okay, I think I'm gonna go like this. What's the hands for, Duke? You don't know oh, where it'll go? Me neither. It's kind of funny because I never know where my artwork's gonna go, but it always seems to go where it needs to go. It amazes me because I'll be so angry wondering, okay, what's gonna happen with this piece? It's not, doing anything, it's not going anywhere. And every time I get anxious about that, it always ends up going where it needs to go, to the right person. I like to think of my artwork as finding a home or being adopted in some way. Usually it ends up going to the person it needs to, that gives that person happiness and whatnot. And actually, I had one of our old neighbors give me a saw blade recently that I have to get done too. I would have loved to live stream that, but I have no idea how I would make my camera long enough to even be able to see that. You know, that would be a bit of a challenge. Hmm. Duke, when my heater kicks on, is it interfering with my microphone? Just out of curiosity. You would have to pan scan. I have no idea what that means. Okay, can hear it but not too loud. Okay. It don't run too often, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's see here. Are you falling asleep yet, Duke? I'm surprised you're moderating on my channel. You gotta be bored. Oh yeah, that's true. I could just record just the part I'm working on. That one's gonna be a challenge though, Duke, because I gotta put so much wildlife on that. They want like deer and turkeys and maybe an old barn, and so that would be a really long live stream. I think people would get really bored really fast. So I figured something like this would be a little easier because it don't take me as long. Will you get over that? The word bored is part of a vocabulary and you can't just remove it from the dictionary. Oh, Duke. Why? You know, the thing is, Duke, I really think you are bored. That's why you don't like that word because it makes you realize you really are bored. It's funny the tables have turned. Now you can pick at me like I pick at you when you go on your lives. Okay, let's see here. No such thing as bored in my world. Sure, okay. Hmm. That's right. You don't get bored. You go into your nothing box. You want to explain the nothing box, Duke? I know that's your favorite YouTube video, the nothing box video. Oh shoot, that shouldn't have been blue. I'll fix that later. Can't explain the nothing box because then it would be something. Oh, okay. Uh, I am surprised you ain't got this whole big plan for New Year's. I was hoping we could farm simulate or not farm simulate, power wash, but I don't know how to do that yet. And then be able to let somebody else in while we're on. I mean, you got that all figured out. You do that all the time on yours, but I still haven't comprehended how to do that yet. You're too smart. Smarter than me. Come on, Duke. Tell me if I'm missing any spots. That's your job. Uh, I think I'm going to go farther up with this one. Yeah, I still got two of Mom's mushrooms left I got to do yet. I'm thinking, though, the one I think I'm going to do up for my friend that she didn't get a whole lot for me from Christmas because I was too afraid to ship anything during the big Christmas blowout where everybody was shipping everything, and I just didn't want whatever I sent her getting lost. So I was like, okay, I think I'm just gonna not send anything till after Christmas because it's crazy. Everybody like for Christmas sends everything online or buys everything online now. So it's like I just don't want to lose something that I made or value in the mail. So I figure don't send anything when everybody's doing their big shopping thing and sending stuff. I feel bad for like the Amazon drivers and stuff because they got to be so tired and overwhelmed during Christmas. I can't even imagine how hard that's got to be on them. Okay, I think my edging is pretty much dry. So I think what I'm going to do is sand it real quick. I'm going to have to lower you a bit so you can see the whole thing again. There we go. Telling you, Duke says, telling you how to paint would be like telling someone how to swim when I can't swim. You can swim, Duke. We've discussed this before. You just refuse to try. He's gonna get mad at me and tell me, no, that's not true. It's coming, guys. Just wait. The problem with Duke is all his weight is in his bottom, so he just sinks. I am the only one out of all the siblings that taught myself how to swim. 400 grit. What? What's 400 grit? My sandpaper? I'm just fixing my edges a bit. I don't know what kind of grit it is. I just use it to make it even. But anyway, out of all of us siblings, Duke, I was the only one that taught myself how to swim. And it was usually to get away from home, I'd go down to the creek and I wanted to learn how to swim. I wanted to learn how to swim so bad. So I started using milk jugs with a baler twine tied to the handles, and I put it up under my shoulders at first, and then I'd scoot it down to my waist just enough so I knew if I would sink, I had something to hang on to not drown. And eventually I don't know, after about a month or two, I didn't need it anymore. I just I don't even know how I did it. I just did it. And it was my way of getting away from my mind. I can remember most of my memory. I still have some issues where I don't remember everything, but that I do remember because water was my escape. So there was a lot of times where if I was upset or right after I was abused, I'd go to that creek and I'd swim and I'd swim. And it was like the water would overcome me. But Duke, I tried to teach him how, and his butt just sinks. He, he, he just, I don't know if it's his balance, because he was a clumsy kid. So maybe you're just clumsy. Maybe that's why you could. I just, should say on the non-sanding side. I don't know, Duke. P120. That's what it is. Okay. There. Looks pretty good. I still have some spots that are not. Drives me nuts. I am such a perfectionist and I hate myself for being like that. I blame mom. It's like when you do your fields on Farm Simulator and you ain't got a perfect square. Drives me crazy. In my opinion, that is a bit too coarse. I would use a softer. Yeah, it's the only one I have in the house, so it works. And I'm done sanding it. I just wanted to get it kind of even. People like rough looking anyway. And I'm just trying to make sure I fill in every hole before I start my other colors here. Okay. I think we're almost done with the blue. And then I can get on with the rest of it, the other colors, because I hate the basic background. And I'm so picky on it, it takes me forever. If you notice, I'm making boo-boos here, but that's okay, because as soon as I start painting over that, they'll even out. 200 to 400 would be better, probably. Probably, but most people won't know that, Duke. I think I got all the spots. I don't see any more. Oh, there's one. Okay. Not seeing any more. I think I'm done with the blue, hopefully. Now I need some white. to do some clouds because I want clouds in this. As crazy as that sounds. Make my brush a little wet, dampy damp. There we go. Clouds are always the hardest because they are like a fading. So basically, I got to start from kind of the middle and work my way out. And you're gonna think, what is she doing here? You know, she's covering up her work. No, I can still see the outlines, but I want some texture to the painting. So this gives it texture. Now, my mother, she used to paint with oils, but she has got Parkinson's so bad now, she can't paint much anymore, which is sad because it was her one passion that she really, really did enjoy. And she painted beautifully. Some of her artwork just, she used to do like, she used to work for the RCA paper, for one. She used to do the magazine stuff on there. And then I don't know if I want, yeah, I do. I want some here. Um, And she used to get orders from people and do stuff like that. So she's always kept busy. Keep waiting for another smart remark from Duke. I know it's coming. Hi, Grave Reaper. How are you? Did you come on here to get bored? I'm not doing much. I've been sober for umpteen amount of years, so this is my partying. Okay, now onto the green to make for my leaves. Now we have two people. Make smart remarks. Duke wants a battle grave. Give him what he wants. He's being a smart aleck. Thank you. It's just the start of it. It looks sloppy right now, but it'll get better as I go along. I usually do everything in 3D. So basically background to like the plant and then to like the leaves and then the butterfly because that way I can fix something if I make a boo-boo. Grave looking good. Grave Reaper does some cool artwork too. I know, and I have not seen it yet, and I would love to see it. So hopefully they get that figured out because I'd like to. I think I'm subscribed to you, Grave Reaper, ain't I? I do believe I am. Boy, I still missed some blue in here, I think. I about to post everything to this channel I'm on. Can't work out the link. Okay. Yeah, and I did a couple times. I went on to look and I was like, oh, because I love all artwork. It is something I love to support people on because it is very healing and it's very helpful, so I think I'm just gonna widen this some more and maybe do a flower in there, hopefully. I think I'm gonna stretch this out and put another one up here. Don't know what's going on with the link. Yeah, it's weird. It keeps saying that it's not um trying to remember what it said when I'd click on it. It just say not available, if I remember right. And that was just weird. So I can hear my daughter. I don't know if she's live streaming on something too. She's having fun though. Um Gray Reaper says, don't know what's going on with okay. Duke, I can't make anything right now. I'm out of paper. Aw. Do you just do drawing, Grave Reaper, or do you do like paintings and stuff too? Also, Grave Reaper, if you get bored, there's that word again. Duke loves so much. Um, my daughter is an artist as well, and she does artwork on here, on YouTube, and I believe she does live streams and stuff with it too. Her channel name is Jules Draws and Games, but she does more anime and she does artwork for like what's that guy's name? Simon something. He does like body paint and stuff where he does like the goofy skits on TikTok and stuff. And my daughter started working for him so he could get his books done that he's doing. Oh, wood burning. Oh, I love wood burning. Oh, now I'm more interested. Yeah, you got to get those links working. I done a little wood burning. My mom does used to do a lot of wood burning. I use it mostly to outline, like if I want to outline something like this butterfly or something, I'll sometimes do that, but I'm still not real coordinated with it. Yeah, Duke's got a wood burner too. He's also got one of those things that grind wood into like a pattern. Help me out, Duke. You know what it's called. I just do hand drawing right now. Yeah, hand drawing um is usually the easiest for start out. Dremel tool. No, not the Dremel tool. The one in the shed with the big um cutter things. You can make like table legs and stuff. What is that? I know you got one of them, and I'm surprised you don't play with that. That would be a really cool video to do, Duke, if you happen to play on that and make something just for fun. No, a Dremel tool, that's the smaller, like what Ma uses to do like feathers and stuff on birds. I'm talking about that big thing in the shed. Yeah, wood lathe. Yeah, Duke bought a wood lathe and he was supposed to make some stuff. He made a few baseball bats, but he never really made nothing much else with it. I thought for sure he'd get into making stuff because I'd paint. If you made stuff, Duke, I'd paint on it and you could sell it. See, we have a lot of people that come up during the summer, and sometimes they like artsy stuff. So it's kind of fun to be able to sell to the locals once in a while, and so. So what kind of drawing do you do, Grave? Like anime or people? My daughter, she's into the anime. She does tons and tons of anime. But she uses a computer pencil and draws it with the computer. How she does it, I have no idea. I could never do that. She's very talented, talented young lady. New York wild style graffiti is what I draw. Oh, you mean like on the trains and stuff? You know, we have when we have trains go through here in Wisconsin, I love looking at the graffiti on the trains. I hate it when they take it off. It's not I mean, don't get me wrong, I can understand taking it off if it's bad, but some of the artwork on there is so pretty and it's like, why do they gotta spray paint over it? It's not hurting anybody. Mm. I used to do some spray paint art back then where you use like items like pots and pans to make shapes and then you spray paint like pine trees or palm trees and things like that. And then waterfalls like the people at the fairs used to do. But I kinda got out of that. I don't know, I think because paint got so expensive. Uh, hey, hey, they only take it off if it's covering the ID numbers, ABD letters. Oh, okay. Yeah, some of the artwork on there is so pretty. I am into pretty much all artwork, but AI artwork. I I I mean, don't get me wrong, AI can be kinda cool with some stuff, but I think it's kinda sad, like, the natural way of doing artwork is kinda dying, and then the worst thing that makes me so mad is the fact that they're taking art out of schools. It devastates me that they started doing that. Okay. Yep, if you gotta run, do something, go ahead. Awfully quiet, Duke, what you doing? I've never known Duke to run out of words, unless he fell asleep. 3J is playing vintage Farm Simulator 22. Are you double screening, Duke? Are you two-timing? I know you got more than one monitor, so it wouldn't surprise me. I'm trying not to leave you. You can leave. I don't care. I'm all right. I'm painting. I mean, it's nice to have somebody to chat with, but not a big deal if you do. I'd be doing this without being on a live anyway. I'd still be painting because it keeps my mind busy. So, so not a big deal. If it wasn't so late, I would join him. I played enough farm game today. You were playing earlier today? Oh, that's right. You were on JR's, weren't you? Or no? Yeah, JR's. I like 3J. He's really nice. That whole group you got is absolutely fabulous. So if anybody happens to watch this, check out Duke's channel and definitely 3J. And they mostly do gaming though, guys. It's just Farm Simulator, and I think 3J does other games too, or was that? Can't remember. I think 3J does other games. The boring part is I'm doing the very vague detail right now, which is so boring. That's what sucks. The Once I start getting into detail, it's a little more fun to watch, but getting the background of like the leaves and the all that. The other thing is, Duke, I have my chat on subscribers only, so that makes a big difference. And the reason I did that is I didn't want to deal with any kind of harassment while I'm painting. So, unless somebody's subscribed, they can't really communicate. And it's just easier for me that way because I don't have to, get stressed out. So, much, much easier for me. Okay, time to give a little detail. Oops, I forgot up here. I forgot I put one up here. And I'll be able to put detail into the stems and stuff. Oh yeah, you would have a lot more watching if you didn't do that. Gotta do what feels right for you. Yeah, for this I mean, I could have, and I don't know if I can change that now while you're on a live. I don't think you can. Make it so that way public people can comment. Um, I mean, I could try it. I don't know how to do that, but you'd have to tell me. Huh. All right. At least I got the dark done. To the lighter. Oh, shake that up just a little bit more. As you can see, I get full of paint doing this too. All right. I never did that, so I'm not sure. I just let all in, and if someone gets out of hand, I just ban them. Yeah, I should have did that. Maybe sometime if I happen to do this again, I might go that route. For now, I'm pretty happy with the way it's going. I mean, it's not, you know, or block. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot you have that feature available on here. And I mean, really, what are they? I think the thing is, what would they bully me on? Painting. I mean, to me, it's like, what are they gonna do? Say I'm not painting it right? So yeah, yeah, and this one's not a real big detailed one either. I'm just kind of doing one that I figure would be easier for me to do. I heard that the ball drop is being changed. I heard that they're gonna make a new ball. I didn't even know that it was that old, but I suppose it's an older ball. You would be surprised. I'm a guy, so people don't bother my channel so much, but like Ivy will get a troll every now and then trying to like flirt and just be dirty jerk sometimes, and she just blocks him. I feel so bad for her. I happened to be on one of her lives one night and seen that, and it's like, why? Why do that? It's ridiculous, and it seems to be getting worse as the internet grows. It just seems like people just got no decency anymore, you know? And Ivy has been through enough stuff. She don't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. Hello. Try to tell everybody. Someone will always have something to say. We are an opinionated bunch. Haha. A lot of the time it says more about them and their hearts than it does about you. Yeah, that's true. It's very, very true. Welcome in, by the way. I'm just doing some artwork. I'm I don't drink anymore and I don't really party, so I did when I was a bit younger and boy, what a mess that was. So now I just enjoy doing stuff like this most of the percent of the time. Agreed. Yeah. Yeah, this is actually the first time I decided to do some artwork um live. I've never done it and I've seen other people do it and I was like, "You know what? My husband's at work. He's got to put in some extra hours. He's having some vehicle trouble, so my younger child, she's a teenager, so she's not really into, hey mom, let's hang out kind of thing. So she's doing her own thing with her friends. So this is where I'm at. I was in that mess too, grateful to have made it out. Yeah, it's the worst thing is especially if you have like mental health issues and you're younger and you don't know what's wrong with you, so then you just do stupid stuff thinking that's going to make me feel better. And then as you get older, you're like, no, that don't feel so good. Especially when you do dumb stuff and you don't remember and then you regret it and then someone reminds you, like my brother, who's like, "Yeah, you weren't yourself last night. By the way, you did this." And I'm like, "No." Either that or I was in denial. There- I'm having a lot of issues with this leaf. It's not giving me the what I want. All right, brush, you're being naughty. I gotta wet you down. I definitely got to get myself some new. Mine are acting up real goofy. They seem to sprawl out sometimes, and oh, it's so frustrating. I don't know. I'm gonna have to fix this other one because the leaf is not right. That's gonna drive me crazy. See, guys, I make boo boos. Getting too old hurts too much to go out drinking and partying for New Year's. Yeah, yeah, but Duke, I do have to say though, for our age, it is still fun to stay up late and watch the younger people be stupid. Mhm. I'm just thankful my children don't do that stuff. I I mean, my oldest, she'll have some wine once in a while, but she's starting to find out too. It's not worth it. It's not fun. And I've always told my children, if you're going to do something like that, at least let me know and where you're at or stay home or something. I'd rather them be safe than be out doing something that they shouldn't. Very protective of my girls. All right, you're being naughty too. You probably can't see the mistake, but I do. I got fixie. All right. I'll have a beer once in a while, but no more hard stuff. Yeah, it's just better not to. And for me, I don't drink at all. It's just not. I actually, it was weird because when I first had my mental health assessments, I was a mess, and I'm talking a big mess. Um, and so I had to make sure that I was off pretty much all psychotic meds, and any kind of alcohol or drug use because they wanted to make sure your body's completely clean before they assess you for any kind of mental illness. And it was weird because it seemed like I disassociated more when I was sober. So they it was weird because when the assessment took place, I had four different doctors assessing, and they literally were dumbfounded because when I had my assessments, my um my grade levels were really low for one. My learning skills were very low, and they noticed that my, like, math was at, like, 2nd grade and my spelling was at, like, 3rd grade. But then when they did a survival skills test, now keep in mind the assessment for just the disability alone was, like, 6-hour days. I don't know how many days it was, I can't remember because I was quite disassociative at the time. But my survival skills were at, I do believe it was 138.9. So, and they were dumbfounded by it. They're like, "How can you have this ability and then not have this ability?" But my brain was on survival mode 24/7, so it made sense. I didn't learn like I should have in school because I was constantly on alert, you know. I didn't know, you know. It's kind of sad what a child will do just to survive something. So, I think I'd like to add a little green in here. There. Okay. Hi, Grave Reaper. Welcome back. Be ready to be bored. All right, guys, I got a question for you. Pink flowers or purple flowers or yellow? Well, no, I don't want to go with yellow because my monarch will be yellowish orange. But I have purple. Um, I got pink and purple, and yeah, that's about it. I don't really have much for other colors I want to add to that. Or red. I could do red. Um, Mix. Hmm. Yeah, but would that be Would that be normal having well, of course, I could make them pinkish purple. That's a good idea, actually. Good job, Reaper. I like that idea. So what I'll do is I'll make, like, the bottom part maybe, like, pink and then float into, like, a purple. What do you guys think about that? That could work. Maybe? We'll see what you say. That. Ooh, this one's a hard one to open. Yeah, and the cap is sticking too. Ugh, I hate it when it does that. I gotta try to pull that off. Sometimes my paints get this hard, crusty thing over them, and oh, it just makes me so mad. Especially when I don't use them for a while. Okay, I think I'll start out with the bottom in purple and work my way up. First, I'm gonna bring my sleeve up again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just kind of make like a purple bottom part of the stem and then work it into like a pink. I just want to get to the butterfly. I'm antsy. If you notice, I'm not going all the way up with it yet because I gotta make the top pink. And then I'll have to add some black to give them detail, which will really pop them out. Ooh, that gave me an idea. Add some ants to the stuff. I could. I actually really could. As crazy as that sounds, it's not a bad idea. Why do you want why do you want so many bugs? You're trying to get me to put bees in here and hornets. Uh, I had pink and white cone flowers this summer. The butterflies wouldn't go to the white ones, but they were all over the pink ones. I wonder if the pink ones were more sugary. I think that's kind of what they. I don't know. I guess I never really studied butterflies all too much, but I'm suppose there's a reason for it. Of course, if you think about it, trying to tell everybody, um, as a kid, I don't know if you ever ate like clovers, but if you notice the purple clovers, the purplish pink ones, at least in Wisconsin, they had a bit more sweet flavor than the white ones because you can eat clovers, you know. And I remember as a child always looking for the purple ones because they were the sweet ones. I still eat clovers. Well, every once in a while, if I'm outside and I want something and I just want to eat one, I'll go in a field. I'll eat one. More nature in real life. There are bugs, bees, ants everywhere. Yeah, that's true. I got enough of them around. I ain't gonna deny that. Uh, yeah, Duke, I know how you like your bugs. As you always tell me, you can't stop nature. Duke, in the summer he comes over and he'll come over for cheeseburgers, venison cheeseburgers, and you can't fight nature. He'll always tell me. Oh yes, Reaper. We had quite a few snowstorms already, and frankly, I'm sick of them. It wouldn't be so bad if it would stay cold. but the issue we're having is it'll be cold, it'll snow, and all of a sudden it'll warm up to like 40, and then it's the sloppy slush. And I'm so sick of the sloppy slush because it makes a sloppy slush because it makes it harder to plow. Because I do the plowing for my husband most of the percent of the time and the shoveling, so I get pretty worn out, especially with my legs. It's been a little more of a challenge this year because my legs give out so easily. Yeah. Duke's talking about when he took me to therapy, we had to drive through it, and we did it though, Duke. We did do it. We had to stop like 3 or 4 times to keep cleaning the windshield, and the thing is, Duke, we seen other people on the road way off worse than us that could see it all and they were driving. At least we kept our windshield clean. Huh. Griff says, "Oh, I missed some. Hold on. Could add a fluffy caterpillar crawling up the Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I'd have to look up. I think monarch butterflies have yellow and black worms, so that'd be kind of a cool idea. Um, Grave says New York is getting hit hard with snow. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's the weather is so weird lately. Um, Duke said we would drive through it. Try to tell everybody. Yep. Worm. Yep. Try and tell everybody. The only caterpillars I don't like are hornworms. I don't know what a hornworm is. I'll actually have to look that up. I had one eat 3 tomato plants overnight. Oh, that's a bad worm then. I couldn't believe it. You know what you could do? Try to tell everybody if you want to keep the bugs off your vegetables. I find that you buy a spray bottle and mix some molasses in it with some water. It's a bit sticky, so like when you do eat your vegetables, you have to rinse them off. But molasses seems to detour quite a few bugs, especially potato bugs. So if that helps, I don't know, your area much, but it may help. So give it a whirl. Um, Grave Reaper times 13, you're getting Arsenal now. Yeah, he probably is. I have a friend in Maine and she seems like she gets the bad weather before we do, so I kind of know what's coming. Um, and it seems like I even have a friend in Sweden, and it seems like her weather kind of coordinates with ours as well, which is weird because I don't even think Wisconsin is in that line of fire, but it's weird how it works. So, Duke, yes, it is. Just getting worse. Oh, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean to send it that way. I'm just looking forward to summer. I want my summer back. I am an adamant lawnmower. The vibration of the lawnmower helps my circulation, and I can't wait for summer to come back just so I can mow lawn. Duke's gonna go, "What is wrong with you?" I can hear him already. I forgot that Nino we have now, but yeah, that's why snow is bad this year. It's one of those El Nino things. No, it's not. We're the the woolly the woolly bears told us it was supposed to be a mild winter. They lied. Even the deer didn't have as much fat on this year, and I thought, no, we're gonna have a mild winter. Boy, that just didn't happen. All right, got the purple in there. Now I need black and pink. I'll set my black over here so that way it's ready. Burr. Yeah, burr. I mean, I can't complain too much, Duke. It's not like it was in 2022 where we had like snow riding up half the house. So I'm not gonna complain too much. It's been somewhat mild. It's just when it warms up, if it would just stay cold or warm, it can't seem to make up its mind. That's what irritates me. And even our bodies, Duke and me both have been struggling. Duke has I want to say rheumatoid arthritis, and I have severe fibromyalgia with degenerative disease. And when the weather fluctuates like that, oh, it's so painful. Any year when I don't have to get the big tractor with the bucket out is a yeah. In 2022, we had so much snow come down so fast that Duke had to come over to my house and use the bucket to push and pick up some of the snow that I plowed in because it was just too much. There was too much of it and we couldn't I couldn't keep up. And when it's wet and slushy like that, I can't push it with my mule. And if you guys don't know what a mule is, it's like a big four wheeler. It's like an ATV. In Wisconsin, we call those mules. At least I do. It's not a horse. That's or a mule. Not like that, but Duke, it going to be an interesting winter if I get crutches. Oh no, Grave Reaper, no. Oh, that's the worst time of year to end up in crutches. I hope you don't have to have crutches. My husband, he's had, I do believe, 5 hip surgeries, and being on crutches in the winter is a nightmare. It's not an easy task. You constantly have to have somebody put salt down and keep anywhere that you think is going to get slippery, ice free. I think that's one thing me and Duke were very, very fortunate. No matter how much we both been through, I don't think. Well, no, I take that back. Duke did fracture his hand once, but both of us have never had anything broken. However, I think he did fracture his hand once. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Duke. Duke says, Grave Reaper, you might have to put some spikes on the bottom of those. Yeah, if you put some spikes on the bottom of your shoes, or the get like Walmart has those little ice fishing grippers you can put on your shoes. That's what my husband did. He went to the to Walmart in the fishing section, and he bought um those little spiky rubber things you can slip right over your shoes. Saved his butt quite a few times, actually. That and an all-terrain cane. An all-terrain cane has, like, either, rubber grips that bend, like, left and right and up and back, or you can get the one with the 4 legs on the bottom, and that'll keep you from sliding around. The idea if I get crutches, it's because of surgery on my left foot if I get it. Oh, no, what happened to your foot? I don't re If you did tell me, I apologize, I may have forgot. But left hand three-wheeler, right hand basketball FIAD. Oh, yeah, yeah, okay. I'm surprised because you didn't participate much in FIAD, Duke. I know Duke was an adamant fighter when it come to FIAD. He figured he did hay all summer, he shouldn't have to FIAD, so I remember the arguments with the gym teacher. And he usually won it too. He didn't wanna do some of that stuff, especially football. He really hated football. He was more into computers and doing at that time, I think he was already working like 2 or 3 jobs too. We started out working when we were kids very, very young. So, 5, 6 years old, our dad would have us out on the field working. So, I think I'm gonna add a little white to the tips. What do you guys think? His feet had been messed up for a while now. His foot is always in pain. Oh, sorry about that. I can only imagine. My doctors keep telling me in the next 5, 10 years I won't be able to walk, but I'm like my dad. I think I'm just gonna prove him wrong. It ain't gonna happen. No. Thanks, Duke. I was about to ask if you could tell her. Yeah, I understand completely. I can only imagine. And the thing is, the doctors, they just don't really listen to you either, when you're in pain and things ain't working right. I'm going through the issues right now with I'm deciding I might just quit seeing natural, the regular doctors. And I still have a primary for like prescriptions and checkups yearly to yeah. Well, actually, my checkups are more than once a year. I usually have to go in like every 4 or 5 months because of my health issues. But I'm thinking because they don't want to deal with the fibro and they don't have a specialist where I live here in Wisconsin, that I'm going to start seeing a physical therapist instead, hoping to naturally help my pain. We understand. Me and sis are no stranger. Yeah, no stranger to pain. My goal is to not be addicted to the prescriptions like my dad was. Um, my dad towards the end got so hooked on prednisone and hydrocodone, and I just don't want that route. I think in some ways that's what kind of ended him. So my goal is to try to use as much as naturally possible things that physical therapy or natural remedies. One thing that really helps with pain, Grave Reaper, is, and definitely talk to your doctor first, but they find that turmeric is an natural anti-inflammatory, and ginger root and magnesium. So I usually take all three once a day. And I've noticed it takes like, I don't know, maybe about 2 weeks before you start noticing the results. But I'm very thankful that my American Legion gave me that advice. One of the girls there told me about it, said, "Hey, try this," and it helps a lot. And then the friend in Maine was one that told me about the turmeric, but the rest of it, I've been kind of winging it. But I just don't want to get hooked on prescriptions. I've had them try to hit me up to try gabapentin, and I won't. I've heard horrible, horrible results with gabapentin, and a lot of people don't do well with it. I'm going to post a video about it on Friday. Okay. Trying to tell. I should just call you TTT. It'd be so much easier. TTTE. I was told I wouldn't be able to walk by a certain age, but God's grace said otherwise. It does get difficult sometimes, but I'm still going. That's good. Yeah, try to keep going. They say it's when you slow down and you stop going and you give up that it like gets worse. I'm sorry if you hear scratching. My wonderful little Kiki is in here scratching her scratchy post and making little Kiki noises. So I think the worst of it was, and I'm trying not to, make it out like because I gave birth that but it seemed like after I had my children was when the effects really got bad. That's when I really, really started to have issues, especially after my second child. And I don't know if it's because of the weight gain that I gained. I gained, I would say, about 50 with my first and 60 with my second, because I was a very, very tiny little person, and the weight just went on me when I ended up pregnant. Um, I lost the weight, but I still wonder if, all that weight gain, all that stress on the body did it. Um, you must show kid. No, she ran out already. She's doing her zoomies right now, Fred. If y'all don't know, my brother's nickname is Fred. We have a reason we call him Fred, because when he does something stupid, we go way too f up Fred. No, she's got the zoomies right now. She's doing her scratchy post, running in and out, which is good because by 1 o'clock tonight, hopefully she'll be sleeping with me and not slapping me in the face or tickling me with her whiskers. Hi, BB. You want to come in and say hello? Should I show your face on camera? Are you? Nope, we're zooming. Are you playing? You are. I don't know if you guys can hear her. What you doing? Oh yeah. Are you busy? Are you playing with your mousies and your toys? I thought about making her own channel called Mischievous Misha because she gets into so much trouble. So, so yeah, when I first got her, she was so shy, and now she's just a little ball of trouble, aren't you? Yeah, and she talks a lot too. Very talkative, Kiki. Lots to say. There. Now we're gonna get some shadow. I just want to make sure my flowers are dry before I go sticking my hand in here. Yeah. My cat is now doing running up and down my floor. Is that what you normally do? Go from the lighter colors first, then to the darker? Yep. And when you oil paint, I do believe it's the opposite. I think you go from dark to light, which I used to do, and it was so difficult. But yeah, I do the dark over the light after. Because dark is what's going to really give it the prominent color it needs. And it depends. Now, like deer fur, when I do like deer fur, I have to do the opposite. I have to go from dark to light. But flowers, it's always light to dark. Or at least for me, anyway. Yeah, painting's kind of a personal choice. Some people it's difficult. Some people now like my daughter, my oldest, she didn't care for painting much. Watercolor. She liked to do watercolor, but her favorite was to draw with that pen she got on a computer screen. And that's what she does now for one of her jobs. She gets paid pretty good money doing it too. So, I still can't figure out how she does that. Draws with a stylus on on, on her computer screen. I always wanted to, Duke's got one of these white Chevys where the hood is all rusted out and it's like doesn't have barely any paint on it, and I keep thinking, I wanna paint it, but the problem is I don't know if the enamels will stay on it or if it'll just crack off because it's metal, and metal will expand and deconspand in winter and summer, so I almost have to do some research to see what kind of paint I could use on, like, his truck hood. But I'd love to do Duke, some kinda design on this truck hood, his old truck. Oops, that one's a little too. Oh, come on now. There we go. Yeah, it's funny, I invited Duke over for New Year's. I said, "Hey, let's watch a movie or let's eat some pizza." I ain't supposed to have stuff like pizza because it hurts my stomach, but I just have to crack down sometimes and live life, so I break the rules. I like markers, not just any. It has to be alcohol markers, way less wet, and you get more from them than other markers. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What do you think of, Grave Reaper? What do you think of colored pencils? My oldest, she likes to when she does watercolors, she'll even add colored pencil to give it more texture. Way opposite of what I will. I can't do watercolors at all. I horrible with watercolors. But some people, they're really good with them. I love to watch the videos. I wish I could get this camera to come in more so I could see. I wonder if I can do that without wrecking this. Nope, that's as far as she goes, I guess. There we go. Don't mind color pencils. I like them rather. I like them rather. I'm assuming you meant rather than markers. Trying to tell everybody, sorry for not talking much, just watching the painting come together. Thank you. It's a process. It's funner when it starts to, the basic colors is so boring when I start doing the blue and the green, but when you start adding texture, then it gets a little more funner, which is something I kind of rush to do because I'm like I just want to get on with the texture part of it because it's more fun. I'm in dire need of some new little paintbrushes though, because these I've had for about 4 years, and the tips are starting to flare out, which drive me nuts, especially with tiny details like eyeballs and dots and stuff. So but I try to make the most use I can out of my brushes before I give them up. I meant I rather markers than colored pencils. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hi, JRA. How are you? I heard you had a stream earlier today. How'd that go? Now everyone needs to type a whole bunch of words in this chat and tease her to read. I don't have a hard time reading my chat, Duke. And besides that, JRA is here now, and I can turn him into a moderator and disqualify you, so behave. Don't think I won't. Got to beat up on Duke. That's right, JR. That's right. He's getting kind of mouthy on here. We gotta straighten him out. So All right. I want to add a little texture to this green, I think, because it's not popping for me. So I think I'm going to add maybe a little yellow. Might give it some zing. Me and JRA had it out on Farm Sim. Yeah, well, you're irking for a fight on here too, Duke. So behave, or I'll disqualify your wrench and give it to JRA. Right, JRA? He getting too mouthy. He needs to behave himself. Yep. Duke says, try to flip each other on our tractors. Yeah. What? Oh, earlier today? Oh, I wished I could have seen that. I was so busy cleaning and trying to catch up on my housework so I could do this later. And then I had to plow because the snow was being naughty again. And you know me, Duke, I'm a perfectionist. So, yep. Finally got to Ivy because for all those wins from the past. It's so funny. You guys are hilarious, all three is. You're like the Three Stooges. And Ivy's laugh is so, oh my god, it just it can bring a person's sadness into happiness. She's got such a contagious laugh. I'm still trying to get JR to read stuff cuz he's got such a really good voice. So if you all can convince him to start reading some stuff, I don't care if it's just magazine articles or something. He's a natural reader to me. I'm Mo. Oh my god. All right, Grave. I'll see you in a bit then. Is that true, JR? Is Duke Mo? Well, then who's JRA? If you're Mo, I think JRA is more Mo. He's the one that keeps everything in line. You're more like the heavier one, Duke. What's his name? Curly. You're a Curly, right? I'm not a talkative guy. Well, then you'd probably be more like Larry then, because I think Larry was less talkative. I'll be Shemp. Shemp didn't, the truth behind that story, if you ever watched the documentary of the actual Three Stooges, Shemp actually left the show because him and Mo didn't get along. My favorite though was watching the movie with Stan and Ollie. They made a movie about Laurel and Hardy, and their real names were um Stan and Ollie, and that was a good document. I like documentaries. And I love to watch them, especially about people back then. And I mean, the work that they had to do just to make a film was just unbelievable. Duke says they were brothers in real life. Yep, yep. They used to have family get-togethers and everything. The documentary was amazing. Oh, thank you, Jr. Jr. says nice painting. I don't know. Am I supposed to just call you? I like saying Jr. But am I supposed to say JRA? If I do, let me know. I don't want to mispronunciate what you identify with as a handle name. Of course, you're probably just gonna tell me, "It's fine." Also, JR, make sure to, check your email because I sent you, screenshot of the thing that you ordered. So, doo-doo. What feels comfortable? I knew you were gonna say that. You're just too easygoing. Okay, I got it. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully, you should be able to make sure it gets there. I always worry about that. I've had a few of my when I had them framed, some of my work, it was damaged. So I think sometimes it's just easier to let somebody else decide what they want for framing because then it don't get so damaged. I don't know why the mail is so rough on things you send. Especially, you know what makes me mad? When I was talking to the postal worker, they said that when you put a sticker fragile on the box, that stuff actually gets damaged worse when you do that. I was like, "You gotta be kidding me." I'm like, "The whole idea is to put fragile on there so you think it's gonna be handled with care." No. So, okay, I will let you know. Yeah, please do. I wanna make sure it gets to you. If not, I'll redo it again. Yeah, Duke got me these little flat pieces of wood here that these little I want to call them bar stool tops because that's kind of what they look like. And I decided I was gonna paint something tonight to stay busy because my husband had to work, so he's putting in extra hours to his engine. This will be the second time his Hyundai engine went to heck, and I'm thinking it's that brand of Hyundai because it seems like a lot of people are putting in complaints, but he has full coverage. Um, excuse me, a special kind of insurance for it, so I think he'll be okay. But this will be the second time he had to the engine's been recalled, so hopefully he can get it fixed. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to put up this so I can see better. Okay, I need orange now. Time to start working on the butterfly, guys. Yay. This is a pretty simple painting. There ain't much to this one. Now I could put my green away. Let Jim Carrey at the beginning Pet Detective. Jim Carrey. What? Like Jim Carrey at the beginning of Pet Detective. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, just like that. That's what it seems like lately, doesn't it? And I think he was playing a UPS guy, wasn't he? Oh my goodness. Ugh, some of these are really getting hard to open. I'm gonna have to do some cleaning on my paint tops again because they're being kind of fussy. Okay. All right. Ugh, I got a lump in this top. Someday I just gotta sit by the sink and clean all my lids off and make everything right again. I don't know what it is. These little containers are really nice, but after about 2 months of sitting, sometimes they will get like really hard. If you notice, like, well, I don't know if you could see it or not, but like this one, it has like this crust around the edge that I have to get rid of. So I usually sit over the sink. The nice thing is these are I can rinse all this off with just a little dish soap and water, so works out good. And then once I get done with this, I'll be done for the night, and then I'll probably wait till tomorrow and polyurethane it. Yep, yep. Okay, orange here. Yeah, it is. It's like a paint pimple. Only you, Duke. Only you. I'm not sure, but are they watercolors? No, they're yeah, I guess that you weren't here when I was talking about that. They are oil. They are non. They are. What's that speech issue again? Um, they are latex. Latex enamel. So I used to use Velspar latex enamel, but Velspar stopped making the half pints. So I had to switch to Rust-Oleum, and even Rust-Oleum is starting to stop making the half pints. I don't want to buy like that the full pint or the half gallon because the lids rust out so quickly when I doing just little art projects like this, so I like to get the little half pints, and even them sometimes rust out. But I'll open the lid and I use a syringe to put it into these, and sometimes I'll mix colors too to make sure I get like this purple I had to mix, and then like this blue I used white and darker blue to get a medium blue. So I mix my own colors, but I'm not sure, but okay. Oil, nope, not oil. Duke, enamel. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I flub up on my speech sometimes, and my brain goes faster than my mouth, and I can't get my words out. Yeah, and then at the beginning of this video, JR, you'll see how I get this image on here. I usually try to use like photographs of animals or insects because that way it's something that's not being remaked. So like this plant I did up a bit differently than the original plant. And I use to get that image on there, I use carbon paper. That's what this is. So basically I flip it over and then draw it on. So and then like the trees or the grass or the flowers, I do all freehand usually. Nice. Thank you. Although my mother used to be way better than me, but now that she's got Parkinson's, she's slowed down some, which is really sad because her paintings are gorgeous. Sometime I should ask Duke to show some of her artwork. It's magnificent. My mother is very detailed painter. Mostly wildlife, but she doesn't have to go by sight. She don't like me, I can't see 3D. So a lot of times depth perception on a painting is very difficult for me. But my mother went to college and learned all these, how to draw really good and paint really good, and so actually I don't know if I like that line in there or not. I think I'm gonna take that line out. Even though the butterfly has a line there, I don't want it there. Drives me nuts. Line is going away. Toot, toot, toot. There. Background color in the leaves and the butterfly pops off. Yeah, I usually do like a 3D effect as best as I can where I do the background first because that way I can scribble in clouds and whatnot. And then I go to the plants and then the main thing, which is the butterfly. So usually paintings take me, something like this would take me between, I don't know, an hour to 3 hours, something like that. Um, I'm talking, so it takes a little longer because I'm looking up off and on. So, but I like doing smaller stuff. I have done like paintings on walls and stuff, but I decided that I'm going to start doing smaller stuff because my body can't take the sitting that long. So Duke got me these little bar stool top thingies, and I'm going to paint this one. I got one more after this. I don't know if I might do a set or if I'm going to paint it completely different. Haven't quite decided yet. And then I was just mentioning to Duke, if it's wonder where this one will go, because most of my paintings I'll either give them for charity to somebody, or if somebody decides they want to buy it, I'll let them give me a donation, and then that money goes towards like Legion members. Most of the time I save up for paints, or now that I'm in charge of like the parade for the Legion, I'll buy little pins to pass out. So that kind of stuff. So I've always put it towards more stuff. Or if I see something at a garage sale that I feel can be painted and fixed up, I'll purchase that. So, ah, not here yet. It's only 11 here. I heard that, JR, I heard that they're gonna redo the ball drop, that the old one's gonna be removed after this year. So this will be the last year. If anybody wants to see the ball drop, the old ball drop, gotta watch it this year because next year they're making a new one. So I've been told anyway. That's what my youngest child told me. And it's like I was telling my brother, there'd probably be more in the chat, but for this first time doing this, I wanted to make sure that I did this right without stress. So I just made it so subscribers only can comment. I might try later down the line, maybe doing it that without, but for now, I felt this was probably better for me. So, this one was on here. Yes, I saw on the news that it's 2 drops this year because of the US 250th celebration. Ah, did not know that. That's cool. All right, time to add a little red and a little yellow to this orange so it kind of pops out. If I can get it open. Really need to clean these lids. They're getting too sticky. I'm waiting for Duke to yell at me. Oh, you clean everything, but you can't clean your paint lids. Come on, Duke. Lay it on me. New Year's used to be fun. Now it's just another reminder we're getting old. Yeah. It's the same as your birthday, right, Duke? You hate when people talk about your birthday because it makes you feel old. Yeah, lol. I think Duke needs to just learn to accept that he's old. He's only 3 years older than me, but still. He's definitely walking slower. I noticed that lately. Ah, I got red on my. Oh, I'll sand that out later. Well, that makes me old too. No, don't start that. Don't start that. Duke will eat that right up, JR. You don't wanna say stuff like that. It gets into Duke's head. Bad enough he's got a god complex. We don't need to make it worse. Hmm. Gen X, the last generation before internet technology made everyone stupid. No, come on, Duke. Not everyone is stupid. But the thing is, I how do I put this? I identify as Gen X, even though I missed it by like a year or two, because I don't understand like the millennial era. The fact that we grew up like poorer than most and different than most is what made us just, made me different. Um, that and what I've been through. But even like using a porta potty and stuff when we were kids, we didn't have anything. I mean, our toys come from the dump half the time, and our parents were so poor that we never seen doctors, we never seen dentists. Our mother even like got a waiver against the state so we wouldn't even get our normal shots because they didn't want to pay for us to get shots as children. Our lives were weird. Very, very weird. Will you qualify as Gen X? Thank you. Well, I enjoyed your stream. I will try to catch you more often. Enjoy the new year. You as well, JR. You as well. And it's so nice. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it more than you know. So I know it's not as exciting as you guys' farm simulator, but Duke, see you. Tell JR, see you next year. You're welcome. Thank you. You as well, JR. Thank you. How does he get a little thumb up? Oh, it's like a little hand. How'd you do that? Wish I had that on my phone. Hmm. Emojis. Yeah, I have some, but you guys got like these really cool little thumb hands. I don't have that. I think mine are like a weird little yellow looking one. I don't know, but I want to be able to see my picture of my butterfly just a bit better here. There. If it stopped flipping over, I'd be happy. I gotta get more organized. There. Much better. There. All right, now I need to do the white and then the black, and we'll be done. So, oh, they're part of the chat buttons? Okay. There are just things that I don't know about yet, apparently. You know what? I'm kind of wondering if I should be doing the black first. Nah, I think I'll be all right. I think I'll go that way. I'd rather do black last. Which means I have to paint around these little white blobs, but that's all right. We can handle it. Pretty sure of it. Frog. There's frogs on there? Duke, I was not notified of this. You watch, I'll have to go over these white dots again, because somehow I'll mess one up. That's how lucky I am. There's one rule I always had in painting, though. If you make a mistake, and it can always be fixed somehow. And there's never ever a mistake in painting. There's always a will and reason for it, but oh, we reached the 2-hour mark already. I'm pretty sure I'll be done before the 3-hour mark, though, because I just got the black and the white in my I think what I'll do, Duke, is when I get done with my painting and I get it polyed later, I'll take a picture of it and put it on my post. And then I think what I'll do is I'll just link the live with it, which would be pretty cool. I kind of like that idea. What do you think? Oh my goodness. You got all kinds of emojis. I don't understand your Duolingo there. Now you're just showing off. I think I'm going to stop with the white dots there and do the black here because I don't want to go too far on my handle sticking it. Okay, let's switch again. You even got the poop emoji in there. Duke. Leave it to my brother, honestly. Uh-oh. Did I miss? Oh, I missed a flower here. Why didn't anybody tell me? I better fix that right away. I made a boo-boo. Where's my green? Or no, I don't need the green. I need the purple and then pink and yellow. I was wondering why that was blank there. Duke, why didn't you catch that? What were you thinking? A pink? Oh my goodness. Duke, really? Pink poop? Come on. Pink poop, Duke? Only you would think to put a pink poop emoji. This is an interesting New Year's Eve stream, let me tell you. Oh, I hope Grave Reaper comes back. That way you got somebody to yak with, Duke. I'm surprised Ivy ain't on here. I wonder what she's doing. Of course, I did kind of throw this at last minute all of a sudden, so I should probably plan ahead better. Hey, Whiskey Creek Farms, how are you? Little tractors. Very cute. Very, very cute. Duke, I have a question for you. If I want to, like, put up that I'm going to do a live stream on a certain day and time, you'll have to tell me how to do that because when I did this one, I literally had to sit here and wait till it went on because I lost the first one. So you'll have to tell me how that's done. Ooh, I almost missed the little curly thing here. I forgot butterflies had that weird little tongue thing. There we go. Pretty good. My husband had to work. He's going to be stuck working the next few days because he blew out his engine in his Hyundai for the second time. Not his fault. It seems like it's the vehicle itself seems to that brand of motor is an issue. So he's kind of stuck at his dad's for a while. So I decided for New Year's I was going to paint to kind of ground myself and have something to do. So pretty boring. Just painting. You just schedule it for whatever date and time you wanted to do it. Yeah, but when you leave it, how do you get back on it? That's the weird part. You'll have to come over sometime and just kind of show me. I was struggling with cuz the first one I set the time for 9 and then when I left it, I couldn't get back on it. So, I don't know what I did wrong. And I was freaking out cuz I'm like, "Oh, crud." I was painting my HO scale building earlier. HO. What's an HO? I'm not sure how to do it. Oh, half. Oh, okay. I'm not sure how to do it directly on YouTube because I use OBS to schedule my streams. Well, I think maybe I won't be able to. I think I'll just have to just do it randomly then, I guess, or just leave it. I mean, if I was to do it like 2 hours ahead of time and just leave my computer sit for a while, I could go that route. That wouldn't be so bad, I guess. Yeah, because it is kind of fun doing painting on here. It doesn't seem to be as stressful as trying to do a live and talk about educational stuff. So, I mean, don't be wrong. If people ask educational questions, cool. But they're less apt to when I'm doing artwork. So, I'm just thankful, Duke, your whole little crew's been visiting and coming on, saying hello, and it's nice. I was trying to get Duke over to watch movies with me, but he didn't want to. Mm. Sometimes we like to get into the old classical goofy movies. Me and Duke, when we were kids, we used to we'd have our spats, don't get me wrong, but we were pretty close. We'd play these games where we'd make certain sounds or a speech from a movie, and we directly automatically knew what movie it was from. We were weird children. I gotta adjust my back. Ugh. Probably should be wearing my brace while I'm doing this, but I'm not. Our little farming community, we support each other when we can. It's great. I think you have like the best crew ever. You know, when you started out, you were so small and you've really met some really great people. And I'm thankful that they come on and even support my weird littleness, stuff like this. I mean, eventually, I'm hoping I can kind of not be on the DID content as much as the healing process gets better and better, you know. Eventually, I can be able to just do normal stuff because that's what it's about, you know, being able to get your life in order and not make your whole life revolved around your mental illness, but to more or less, you know, push through it and learn from it and that kind of stuff. I think Duke's got Discord. I do, but I never use it. I I used to go on there to do chats sometimes, but I just didn't feel like I fit in well, so I just went off of it. I keep trying to get you to play. I know it seems like a hard game to play, but it's really not. I'm not a farm simulator, Duke. If it was Power Wash, I'd be totally in, but I need to, you know what I need to do, Duke? I need to get a power washing group together. If I could get Ivy into power washing, that would help. But she's got her own little things going on. She does her drawing and stuff, so. And then my friends, they really don't game, so, you know, most of them are like older, you know, especially my Legion members, they're like in their 60s and 70s, some of them, and they have a hard enough time just using a cell phone. It is super fun. Oh, I know. It really is. I like watching you guys more though. That's more fun. I have Discord, but I don't use it a whole lot. Like my email, I forgot to check it sometimes. Duke, did you get your driveway plowed or you wait until tomorrow? I almost snuck over, but my hands got too cold and I wasn't feeling good. My fibrils started to flare up. I almost snuck over and was gonna plow your driveway while you were gone, and then have Jenna do the shoveling for Ma. But I got too ill. It's like the temperature dropped. By the time it hit like 3:30, I was freezing. I couldn't deal with it no more. Hi, Grave. Good to have you back. When the snow stops. The snow is stopped, you goofball. It was stopped at 1 o'clock today. It's just the trees blowing. Why, is it supposed to snow again tonight? It better not, I'm not in the mood. I'm so sick of snow. So what all are you guys doing for New Year's? Me and Duke are just well, Duke's moderating watching my boring painting. Let me check the latest weather forecast. Yeah, because I want to know. I don't want to plow again. I'm so tired of plowing. I've plowed like the last 3 days. Eva don't want to plow no more. Done. Do you and Duke live in the same town? Yeah. Actually, we live right next door to each other. So when he gets hungry, he either sneaks over, like if mom makes a crappy dinner, he'll sneak over to my house or or he'll eat what she's got. Most not far. He's just like I don't know, maybe a 5-minute walk. So when my father died, I decided I was going to help my brother take care of ma. It was a promise I made to my father when he was dying, and so my brother gave me 12 acres of my father's land, and me and my husband we sold our 40 acres in our three-bedroom home and paid our debt off, and then with whatever we had left, um, my cat is up here. Misha, what are you doing? Do you want to say hello? All right, y'all get to see the kitty. Hold on one second. Let me get her. I don't want her messing up my painting. Do you want to say hello? Come here. Come here, baby. Come on. I can't reach you when you're behind my chair, you bonehead. Nope, she jumped. She jumped. She knows she's not supposed to be up on desks and stuff. So she don't stick around very long. You guys see enough for her anyway. Uh do you okay. Cold, but no snow till Sunday. Oh good. See? You need to plow. I had too much land anyway, so I gave her a chunk to build it. Yep, he gave me a chunk to build my house. I wanted to be because I'm disabled. I wanted to be debt free, and my husband had some debt, and so I told him I said let's get that debt paid off, and so we did that, and then like I said we worked with the Amish to build my home. Um, with whatever we had left. And don't get me wrong, we still have a little bit of debt, but it's something that can be handled very easily if something was to happen to my husband. Um, Problem is with my disability, I don't get much. I get only about 600 a month, and I wish they would let me go back to work. I love working. I love doing stuff, but I've been through 28 jobs in my life and the four doctors that did my assessment said no. So hoping maybe someday that'll change and maybe I could, but with my health issues now, I doubt it. So I do what I can, and painting is one of them. And I take care of my husband as best as I can. I make sure everything's always done before he gets home, and he takes care of me, and I take care of him. It's kind of been that way the last 17 years. So and of course my brother helped with building of our home. He was a big help, and I think because of all the work he did, he probably messed up his back worse. But me and my brother, we kind of work together when it comes to building stuff or fixing things, or when one of us is in trouble, we'll help each other out. We act like we hate each other, but we really don't. The love is there. It's just Duke doesn't like to accept the love. Hmm. Now this painting's taking longer than what I thought it would. I thought for sure it'd be done in about 2 hours, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Should be done pretty soon. Oofda. Duke, is it? Yes, it is. Duke won't admit it, but he needs me. He would be a very unhappy neighbor without me. I keep his life interesting. Thanks, Grave. I'm not reading the chat fast enough. Hurry up, read the chat. Really, Duke? I think I'm doing quite well with reading the chat. You're the one that's blind and keeps missing stuff. You get so into your farm simulator, you can't keep track of the screen. Duke, such a judgy judger. You be nice, Duke, or I'll take your wrench. You'll take your wrench benefits away and give them to Grave. Besides that, Duke, the faster I get this painting done, the faster your freedom is. So, yeah, but people like to write books in my chat. Oh, come on now. And the thing is, Duke, I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to your friends half the time, making fun of you. So, technically, you don't even have to be reading it, except when it's about you and we want you to answer. I'm waiting for Duke to say, paint faster. I'm a very slow reader, and that farm game I play is very distracting. Oh, I told, Graves says, all I heard was my name. I told Duke if he don't behave himself that I'm gonna take his wrench away and give it to you. If he don't behave in the chat, Grave. He's getting mouthy. I wish Jeremy was here. He'd straighten him out. Jeremy don't put up with Duke's mouth. What baby? Oh my goodness. All right, time for some more white, and then we'll be done. Getting there. We're getting there. Put this back up again. Then do my white dots. Aha! Grave's starting to catch up on your serve, Duke. Your server. And I'm guessing, Grave, your fields are way more straighter than Duke's too, right? Because Duke can't seem to plow straight. It is amazing that a blank piece of wood turned into this 2.5 hours. I've done better though. This is kind of a boring quickie painting. Doesn't have the detail like my deer and stuff do, but I wanted to be with somebody tonight and I wanted to chat and I figured this would be the best way to do it without having to stare at a camera. So, it's way easier to talk and chat when you're painting. Very grounding, very healing. Painting always makes me feel happy. It's one of my favorite things to do. I enjoy it very, very much. Oh, there's a dot there and I didn't get it. I'd like to add some more here. There we go. I'm focusing on everything green and playing Farm Sim. It is strange how obsessed you become with that game, Duke. I'm not gonna lie. I wish you could get Scott into it. That would be cool. I don't think he could though. He struggles with doing things stuff like that so badly. He's just not real computer oriented. Not obsessed, passionate. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's a passion. I'm gonna have to put a white line in between these wings because otherwise they coordinate too much together. I don't know, but I have a distinct feeling my cat is going to sleep really well tonight because she is just going to town on her new toys today. It could be the catnip I sprayed on him too, but we're not real sure yet. I'm getting so tired of out, but I kind of prevented her from taking a nap earlier. So She's playing now, and I'm hoping by like midnight she'll be tired enough and go to sleep. Speaking of midnight, we're only about 15 minutes in from midnight, guys. Grim Reaper only grain. What no root crops like carrots? Really, Duke? Hi, Jerry. Hello, I'm back, he says. Jerry loves harvesting spinach. Spinach is good. Heck no, Duke, no carrots. You tell him. Duke, he seems to be allergic to broccoli. He don't want nothing to do with vegetables, except the basic ones. And even then, that's like force feeding him. But I got smart. I started grinding broccoli and stuff up into like baby food size and sticking it in like soups and stuff. So Duke eats it even though he don't know he's eating it. Uh, it's like putting stuff in for a small child. I hate doing carrots. Potatoes. Oh, Duke, I forgot to tell you the mod. It's called Small Production Points. Ooh, very professional. I like that. JRA Games got it wrote down and get it on the server as soon as I can. That's cool. Trying to build a house. Thanks, no rush. When I get this done, guys, I'll lift it up so you guys can see closer on it to see the detail. I don't know if you can see the detail real good from far away where you're at. I wish I could have more dimensions with this, with the green part, but oh well. Nobody's perfect. No oh wait. No potatoes either, dude, just green. The outline makes the butterfly pop. Oh yeah. These actually monarch butterflies are one of my favorite things to paint. I really enjoy painting them. I think I've painted at least, oh gosh, I don't know, 10 of them, 12 of them maybe. I add them into my paintings sometimes, or they just they kind of like you say, they pop. I don't know how many white-tailed deer I've done. I think I've done at least 30, 40 white-tailed deer in my paintings, if not more. After a while, you kind of get sick of doing the white-tailed deer and you want to do something else. I've done, I'd say at least 10, 12 turkeys. Fish, I'd say I've done at least 20 fish. I had to do Harley Davidson for a while for a guy that used to be part of a biker group. He wanted me to do Harley Davidson. I painted tabletops for him. Those were kind of fun for a little while, but after a while, I just kind of cut back from the painting because I had to focus on my kids and school. And then when COVID hit, we had homeschooling, and so I had to try to deal with that and my disorder at the same time. But my husband was a big help, so we managed because I couldn't really help them with, like, math and stuff. I didn't have the knowledge. And then when I'd have episodes, I wasn't capable of doing anything. JRA can teach you how to do rice. I bet they all look great based on this. This is actually not as good as some of my other stuff, but I wanted to do something that didn't take 5, 6 hours. So I chose this, which is a little bit simpler. I think next time I'll probably do it because I have 2 mushrooms left for my mom, and those shouldn't take no more than an hour or 2 at most because they're even smaller than this. I have to get some new brushes though. I have to get something that's a little bit smaller because these are starting to wear out. So the reason I like painting so much is it's very, very grounding for me. I think kind of the same reason Ivy does it. It's relaxing. It helps you focus before you go to bed, and yay. Okay, now I just got to put the white lines in between, and then you guys think these leaves are okay? I don't know. I wish they had a little more depth perception. Maybe if I added a little black to them, they'd pop more. I might do that after I get done with the white. I might add a little black to these leaves just to make them pop a little bit more. Almost done, guys. Almost done. Seems like you guys are having a good chat anyway, so. You wouldn't have to do it all in one stream for longer stuff. You could split it up. Yeah, maybe. I kind of like the idea of being able to finish something in one stream, though. Oh, this is such tiny, tiny detail. And this brush is getting so old. But I got it. Woohoo. Okay. Now I got this one here yet. Doo-doo. There. Come on, brush. Don't give up on me yet. Sometimes just adding a little water to the brush can make the line just a little more finer. So I find just putting a little white paint and then dipping my brush in water helps to make the paint go on just a little bit better. Oh, Duke's the older sibling by 3 years. And boy, he sure is happy to rub that in. He thinks he's the smartest one of us all. Except for caulking. He can't caulk worth of crap. Don't ever ask him to do a caulking job. He would ruin it immediately. I'm waiting for him to say something about it. I don't think I know. You're gonna lose that wrench. I'm gonna give it to Grave real soon. Behave yourself. Oh boy. Okay, now I'm gonna try to give these leaves a little darkness to make it look just a little bit better. Oh, but you can go on if you want. Hold on a second. I'm talking to my daughter. You can go on if you want. Wait, you can go on the chat. Say hi. Uncle's on there. Huh? Only 5. It's just Duke and Grave Reaper and Jerry, all his friends from Farm Simulator. So, all right, let's get some black in here. I think I'm gonna go on this side so it contradicts each other here. There we go. I am jealous as all because I can't do this. Oh, come on, Duke. You can't be jealous of this. This is nothing. I can't farm stimulate, so I don't know what you're jealous of. Oh my goodness, my daughter must have found something fun to do. All I hear is giggle, giggle, giggle. It's kind of nice having the kids home on Christmas vacation. The only problem is they get so bored. And then they want to go places, and I'm like, I don't drive in the snow, and I don't drive at night usually. So I seem to struggle with more dissociative issues in driving at night for some reason. I don't know if it's the lighting that panics me or what, but strange. There, that's giving it a lot more depth. Um, Gen X don't know what the word bored means. Yeah. We didn't have time to be bored. We were thankful when we could be bored. That was our fun time. Then we could watch movies. Being bored was like watching movies and doing something. These kids today, it's I'm bored, I got nothing to do. I can't complain though. My kids are pretty good compared to most kids. I've seen some kids that just they don't know how to do anything, you know? And mine is old enough now where it's learning how to drive and it's hunting and she's doing all kinds of stuff. I got two very very different children but very talented children. Fact, yeah. Ugh, I have to go back to school in 5 days. Oh no. Yeah, but it's good. It's good. Yeah, I am glad, like my daughter, that you're going back to school and you're working at things and you know, it's the generation that doesn't want to, some of these kids they don't want to go back to school, they don't want to work, they don't want to do anything, and the fact that you have your life together and you kind of got goals, that's a really good thing. Very proud of you for doing that. I wish I could go back to school. I tried a few times, but because of my disabilities and because of my I have like a kink in my brain that doesn't want to work right. They just will not let me. And then when I tried to, I got so frustrated because I couldn't remember the things they told me. I don't get bored because I find myself stuff to do. Yep, exactly. There is always something to do. And you know what the scary part is, Grave? Is as you get older, that gets worse. Like you wanna be bored when you get older, but as you get older, you have all these responsibilities, and then it's like, you just you don't get to be bored, especially if you have kids. Oh, children take up so much time, but I always was a mom, even though I have dissociative issues and I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder. As a mom, I always tried to make sure my children always had me and time, and I always did stuff with my kids. Even though I didn't leave home much because I have like severe agoraphobia, I always made sure I did something with my kids, whether that was taking them swimming or um, spending time in the woods or reading to them. When my children were little, I when I could do stuff, I always tried to read to them, spend time with them, teach them stuff constantly. So, there. What do you all think? I think it's about ready to be signed. and then I'll show you an up close, and then I think we'll be done for the evening. I don't get bored because I find myself stuff to do. Another fact, Duke. I hate school because I get verbally bullied. Oh, I'm so sorry, Grave. You know what? It seems to get worse and worse with this generation. You want my advice? Just remember it's temporary, and the ones that bully you most likely are going to be working a crappy job at McDonald's, and you're going to move on and you're going to make something of yourself and you're going to meet really great people, so it ain't going to matter. Hello, Tree Life 442. Happy New Year to you as well. Yeah, don't let that bother you. People are my oldest used to get picked on at school so bad because she was into artwork and she was into, music, and she just didn't fit in. And she'd come home in tears. She'd come home in tears and bawling, and she's like, "Mom, why don't I fit in?" And I just kept telling her, that's because you're gonna make something of yourself. You're not gonna be an average Joe. You're gonna make something of yourself, and you're gonna meet the right people that click with you. I said, "School's temporary. It never lasts." And I was right. Now she's got lots of friends, and she's working 2 different jobs. One is her artwork, and the other is a nurse's assistant, and so she's come a long way, and she's doing really good. She has her days, though. Me and her have our differences. You know how it is with moms and daughters, but she's doing pretty good. Um, Gen Alpha is bad, very bad. Yeah, I hear that. They're kind of what I hear. They're very s- I don't want to say selfish. They're very to themselves kind of thing about themselves. 3 minutes to 2026. Yes, and I just finished this painting too. Duke, my New Year's was 57 minutes ago. I am the alone wolf in my school. And you know what? Sometimes it's better to be the lone wolf, because when you get out of school, you're going to be somebody more than what they are. I promise you that. I guarantee it. I've seen it many times with your generation, and a little bit older generation. They start out, they struggle, but then things get better for them. They as long as you keep trying and just don't worry about what they think. I mean, Grave, I get bullied on my site constantly. I have people steal my content and stuff, and it's just best to just not even think about it. Do the things you want to do, because here's the thing, like Anthony Hopkins says, when you go, you're not taking nothing with you. And in about a month or two, people pretty much forget about you anyway. So while you're alive, make the most of it. It's your life, what you want to do with it. Duke says, can't help it that you're in the wrong time zone. Yeah, but I'm going to show this up close so you can see the detail a little better if I can. I got to figure out how to move it. What you guys think? How did it turn out? Let's see if I can turn it a little better so you can see it. This was kind of a fun one. And then once I stain it, this wood will be a lot darker and the painting will be darker. After I get the polyurethane on it and it dries, I'll definitely show it on my posts. So this was a fun one, and it didn't take too long, about 2 hours. Well, no, we hit about 3 hours, but oh, here it is midnight, y'all. So excellent. 1997, 2012 is the year of the Gen Z. I was born in the last year of it. Oh boy. Well, if it makes you feel any better, Grave, I identify as a Gen X and not a millennial. So how's that for timing? You finished it right in the new year. Oh, I planned that, Duke. That was all planned. Very, very beautiful. Thank you, Grave. Thank you. I am very much looking forward to you getting some artwork up. Hopefully that works out for you. It's weird how these sometimes YouTube just doesn't. YouTube has changed so much in the past year, as far as like the rules and the regulations, and they've kind of let things flop out since our this president got in. They have changed things, and not for the better. It seems like people all over doing normal content. Small creators are getting bullied and picked on, and then there's the whole thing where they tell you you have to have, certain regulations just to be on here and things like that. So, I love all types of art. Well, that's good. So do I. It's fun to watch people do different art techniques. Maybe someday, hopefully, you'll be able to figure out something and you'll be able to do a live and I can watch you draw. It would be amazing to see that. Tree of Life says, I want to thank you for your channel. I was heading to sleep and saw you live. Thank you so much. You are an inspiration. Just wanted to tell you. Oh, thank you. I try. Most people make me out to be this monster, this person and I'm not. I'm just a simple person that happens to have a disorder and lives out in the woods and tries to make the best life I can. So I definitely enjoy keeping busy and doing artwork and things like that. So, and if you need to know, Duke is my brother and his friends are on here with me tonight, which is, I'm so thankful all of you came. And this is my first time doing a live stream of me painting. I plan on maybe trying to do some more paintings at some point. So I definitely enjoy it. Maybe I'll do another one of these wood things and see if I can do something else on it because this didn't take too long, about 3 hours. So, but all right, everybody. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night, and I appreciate y'all being here. And I think at some point I'll probably do another live this way. It takes me a while to get it set up, but it definitely was fun and worth it. And so, Grave says, I'm not posting some of it because of the rock slash heavy metal I done something for it goes against every YouTube guideline. Oh boy. Well, it depends. If it's not like nudity or um if it's just like swearing and stuff, you can I think maybe fuzz that. Well, I don't know if you can fuzz that out or not, but I guess there is ways around some stuff. Otherwise, just like if you do decide to start doing lives, you could start doing something that doesn't, it's going to meet guidelines. So I try to follow YouTube's guidelines as best as I can. I try not to cuss or, you know, things like that. Um, Tree of Life says this disorder's not easy. Good night. Thank you again. You're very welcome. I'm sorry you got in so late. It's again, if I try to do this again, I'll try to give like a 2 hours notice that I'm gonna. That way, everybody kind of knows I'm I'm up to painting. So, all right, hun. Again, all right, HNI, hun. I'm not sure what you meant there. Again, everyone. Bedtime. Good night. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here, and you all have a wonderful night.